The group is called Queer, Refugee and Asylum Seeker Peers. The group sits in a collaboration or partnership under Many Colored Sky and Uniting. The group has 80 plus members, and the members ranging from trans men, trans women, non-binary, gay men, lesbian, and they're all asylum seekers or refugees. There are some that came by boat, there are some that came out of detention, there are some that came as students and then seek asylum. There are some who are LGBT parents with kids as well in the group, so it is a group with a lot of people with complex needs. My role in the group is a peer support worker and community development, as well as doing other work within the space in the organization Many Colored Sky, who employs me. And my role in the group is to help support group members, do advocacy work, do supporting and mentoring group members. Many Colored Sky, it's a queer development agency. Many Colored Sky has projects working with queer refugees in Kenya and queer projects in Uganda and Malawi as well. We also work with queer kids and child sex workers in Philippines, and also we have a project running in Indonesia as well. In Victoria alone, we have a project working with queer refugee and asylum seekers, and then we had a new project that will be working with queer kids in care. And then we had a project that is working with queer international students in Melbourne.
Being part of the group, first of all, it makes me confident. It makes me to feel at home. When we come together in this group, we are together. You know, here in Australia, people are, everyone is on his own. But when we formed this group, we are like family.
You know, it's always good to be with like-minded people, people that can empathize with you in a much deeper level. So the fact that it's being run by other LGBTI asylum seekers is great, and it makes me feel like the people who's leading this group, they're gonna do a good job.
Be gay is not the same like be straight. It's not total different, but just your feel is different. Yeah, and it's important that they use your shoes.
I learned that I'm not the only one struggling with the same things that I struggle, like isolation, that sense of, am I really gonna be able to stay in this country? Or will I have to start again from zero somewhere else? So I think that's a very strong feeling that I share with 99% of the members of this group.
Sometimes talking with someone that feel your same things is like you don't feel alone in this world, and you can be more you.
I was very reluctant to being out there as a gay man. I remember first going to the first event, and it was the first time in my life to be in a space with a lot of queer refugee and asylum seekers, and meeting my group, and I was like, wow, that is my community, these are my family. I've been sitting in this room and nobody has judged me, or everyone is just welcoming, and they want to hear my story, and I want to hear the story. So that has made me feel like I was part of something.
We are like a family, so I feel I like being in this group. Without this organization, maybe things would have been very difficult. At least we are on another level. Small, but at least you have where you belong.
Well, I actually started as a member of the committee with Manu, being the chair of the committee. And it was cool because we got to decide the decision making of how we are going to support our members. We were having weekly meetings on top of the already weekly meetings that we were having during lockdown last year. And we were constantly brainstorming to decide what sort of activities we were going to do, what do people need. And that's when I came up with a survey idea that I did to have some metrics of who we are, what do we want, and how many are we, where do we come from, what are the languages that we all speak, and things like that. But I stepped down at the beginning of this year of my position of the committee. I haven't been an active member because thanks to them, I'm now doing a master at Deakin University. I actually have a full scholarship. They organized an information session last year with all the university representatives, and that's when I came to understand that for someone in my visa as an asylum seeker, I was eligible for scholarships to study at university level. And so I'm doing this master now, which is great.
The practical help that we provide to our members depends on the individuals, and we have people who wanted to come here for English classes, which we provide, conversational English classes on Mondays. And then we have people who would like to come for other activities as well, like we've provided computers here for our members to come in to help fill the forms to apply for Red Cross funding, or to apply for Mikey, where our volunteers help them. And we are having computer classes very soon as well for our members, ranging from beginner classes to advanced computing classes.
When I came to this group, I was so stressed. So the first of all, the different activities we did, taking us out. At least we went to the zoo. I remember we could organize some food for ourselves. Everyone could cook food, and then we come together and test the different food we have. They helped us with some data to put on our phone so that we can access each other. They could give us some iPads, laptops. At least people were able to communicate. And then they could also try to get some people who can deliver to us some food.
What's it been like to me being part of this group? It's been a tremendous experience. I've learned a lot. I like to believe that I've given something to the group as well. So I'm very happy with this, with being part of this group.
They don't have too much, but they share that thing, that small thing they have to us. At least that made me that this is the right group where I can belong. Here people don't, some people don't share, but at least these people, the small they had to share with us, keep us going. Those were difficult times. They could bring in different topics, and then we discuss about them, and some challenges, and how to go about those challenges.
Safety is always the paramount. So one of the things that the group came up with was the leadership and governance part of the committee met to put rules together so that group members would feel safe within spaces.
In case I have faced something difficult, I'm able to share my information to them. That's what we call share the confidentiality. I know when I share with him, it can remain within our group. Yeah, I trust them more than I can trust someone else.
It's very important because not everyone feels confident on being out and about. We may have a different background in terms of what experiences we had in the past, but we have the same goal to stay in Australia because we feel for persecution in our home country.
Having that sense of belonging, it's very important to them. They would be around people who understand, people that they could share very intimate stories with, people who could respect them because share the same experience.
I really thank you, the group, for introducing me really well to the group. They opened me more possibilities to be more stable in Australia and be always part of something, like the group growing, and you always meet someone new, and that person can bring you more experience in your life as well, and I feel more mature in that way.
Like this organization, they care more than anyone else, so that's what I can say. every week during COVID, to have Saturday a group, at least 20, 15 people can participate. They can give you a call. Are you okay? Also makes you to feel happy.
We see ourselves as a community, and this group works in democracy, working towards helping each other. It's not about individuals helping themselves. It's about us helping each other to work on a common goal to raise us from the systemic things that we all are going through. It's about advocating for each other. It's about uplifting each other, and that is how we see our group. We're peers coming together, supporting each other,